Hello, welcome to this video in which we will be taking a look at conditionals in English. Our goal, well, our outcomes, really we have one outcome, and that is that you can label the 5 types of conditionals by the end of this video, this session. That's right, in English there are 5 types: the 0, the first, the second, the third, and what we call mixed conditionals. Let's look at each of them in context. So the first one, the 0 conditional, could also be referred to as the scientist or the fact checker. If you heat water to 100 degrees, it boils. When it rains, it pours. When water melts, it becomes warmer. Here, what we notice is that this is basically used for things that are true all the time, for facts, and that in this conditional, you can use the word if. You could also use the word when. When you heat water to 100 degrees, it boils. And you notice here that you use present tense, facts. What we call the first conditional is more, let's say, the realist. This is, if something happens, something else will happen. Like, if it rains, we will go inside. If it rains, we will not play ball outside. You have a present tense, rains, and then a future tense, will, plus the bare infinitive. Remember, a bare infinitive is just the verb without to. Okay, so the first conditional, present tense, future tense. Here's another one, the second conditional. We could also refer to this as the dreamer. This is hypothetical. It's not likely to happen. If we had more money, the reality is we don't, we would move to Spain. But this is a dream, right? It's not likely to happen. If I won the lottery, I would buy a new house in 3 different countries. What we have is past tense, had, that's past simple, and then would plus the bare infinitive. If I had more money, I would go to London. This is unlikely to happen. And that's why we put it in the past in English, because it's hypothetical. Let's look at the next hypothetical type. This is the third conditional. It's sort of the granny telling you what you should have done or could have done. If you had left earlier, you wouldn't have been late. Did that actually happen? No, the reality is you didn't leave earlier, and then you were late. This is all in the past, right? We can't change it now. It's hypothetical, but we can suppose about an alternate reality that our grandmother would say, if you had just listened to me, you wouldn't have had those problems. This is kind of a tough one in English because of all the verbs. Had left, that's past perfect. And wouldn't have been, that's would plus present perfect. So this is how it always works with the third conditional. Let's take a look at some more examples in context. Well, okay, here are the same sentences, but now what we need to do is look at the verb tenses. Heat boils, so present tense. This is the 0 conditional. Rains will go, present tense, future tense, or will plus bare infinitive. That's the first conditional. Had, would move. So for the second conditional, we use the past simple and would plus bare infinitive. And third conditional, had left, wouldn't have been. Past perfect, would plus present perfect. The third conditional. We said that there were 5, right? Here we have 0 through 3, that's 4. What's the other one? What we call mixed conditional. Here are 2 examples of mixed conditionals. If I hadn't moved to Amsterdam, I would never have learned Dutch. Now that's a third conditional, right? Just reviewing. Third conditional, past perfect, would plus present perfect. This one is all in the past and it's hypothetical. So this is a third conditional. Often the mixed conditional follows the third conditional. Like, if I had never learned Dutch, I wouldn't be able to understand anyone here in Amsterdam. So it's past perfect, had learned, and then would, and then a bare infinitive. Why do we call it a mixed conditional? Well, because it's mixing time periods, right? It's quite cool in English. Here we're talking about something that never happened in the past, leading to a result in the present. It's like these weird alternate realities. Let's look at another couple of examples. I would have more money now if I hadn't spent it all yesterday. If I had eaten more, I wouldn't be so hungry. See the pattern? And you can move the bits around. You could say, if I hadn't spent it all yesterday, I would have more money now. Or you can switch the clauses around. But the tenses are the same. In the mixed conditional, it's would have, so that's would plus bare infinitive. Wouldn't be, would plus bare infinitive. And then this, as we know, is the past perfect. Hadn't spent, had eaten. Okay. That's basically how it works in English. If you didn't, my advice would be to watch this video again and take notes so that you are clear. Not only can you label the conditionals, but then you can also explain what verb tenses are used in each, right? Present, present, future, past simple, would, bare infinitive, past perfect, would plus present perfect. And then in our mixed conditionals, past perfect, would, and bare infinitive. So again, if you didn't, watch this video again and take notes. I thank you for watching.